There's plenty of room on the orange.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Concert Junkies, Rob and John. Oh yeah. Jokers.
And we're live.
What's up,
What's
guys?
What's going on, guys?
Evening.
How the hell are you guys doing?
Morning.
Doing pretty good.
Doing well. Really good. How are you guys?
Yeah. Hump day's been busy for me. That sounds so bad.
Same here.
Business-wise. I'm not kidding.
Hey, Mike.
Otherwise, awesome. Thank you guys for making time to get together and join us. Of course, as you know, I'm Fran the Savage. It's Savage Ladies Metal. I co-host on Wednesdays with my boy Rob from Concert Junkies.
What's going on?
What's up, Rob?
Hey,
What's
Rob.
up, guys? How are you doing, Fran?
Thanks for having us.
No
I'm
problem.
doing all right, thank you. And of course, for everyone who doesn't know, this is one of Chicago's own Indign. These guys are awesome. I actually just met these guys about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago. I don't even know anymore. And we just clicked like that. You know, these guys are awesome.
That was a good
Definitely
show.
put on a killer show. So I was just like, dude, I got to bring you guys on.
Appreciate that.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much for having us on.
Oh yeah. So guys, all right. Simple. I mean, there's so many things. Of course, I'm going to go down the list. But again, how did you come up with the band's name?
Manuel?
Okay,
Or who came up with it too? What's the story?
let's see. Wow, this was around the time when the internet was almost new. Actually,
Almost.
Back when dirt was new?
yeah, early 2000s. That's when we kind of first got together.
You guys remember AOL?
We're just basically, I don't know. I guess just going through names, surfing the web and going through names, seeing what was taken. It's funny. There's a lot more .coms available back then, so it was a lot easier. And I don't know. We just saw the word Indign and indignation, and we just kind of figured it was appropriate since we felt like we weren't very worthy at the time.
Yes.
But that's basically it. Just searching internet, stumbled
Do you
upon
think
that.
do you think you found your path?
Our Pat?
Mm-hmm. Based on what you just said, that you guys felt like you were.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, since you started, since you came together and started,
It's definitely a lot
how's
harder
that road
back then.
been?
Still better now than it was back then, I would say.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
Much better.
Yeah.
Much easier.
Back then, we kind of just bunch of dudes just got in a room with a red light bulb
Yeah.
and just kind of, just
I'm going to leave that one alone.
Yeah, I wasn't there. This was
Sorry, my mind went left. And I shut up.
I still have nightmares when I see red
Jason and
lights.
I-
the red light bulb actually meant that we were recording and not to have anybody come in and disturb us.
Right.
Exactly.
But you guys, obviously, you guys found your sound. You kill it. I mean, I've seen you guys. I love seeing you guys. I finally got to meet you guys. And then here you are again. So, you guys have been up to quite a bit lately, though. I've been seeing your name everywhere.
That's good. That's
tried.
that was intentional.
Yeah.
You'd be amazed. It's hard to get that to be the way it goes. It's very difficult to keep yourself relevant and in people's feeds, and
Yeah.
with the way they've changed the algorithms and whatnot, social media has become a very treacherous minefield. With partners like you and like Rock Moose and the other promoters we've worked with, they've been instrumental in us even staying relevant and staying, up and active in people's feeds, because that's everything for us. We need people to see us and notice us, and so we actually were on Danny Wimber Presents' Twitch channel. We were on their contest for Larger Than Life stage. We actually made it through a couple rounds, and then
I was going to ask you about that.
yeah, but we can talk about that. But yeah, so just that whole thing has been very challenging, and I'm glad you say that, because it's been a very hard effort for us to stay, up in people's feeds and get in your brain,
And I think it'll be forgotten if I don't mention the fact that we do owe a lot of the buzz that may or may not be there. We do owe a lot to the online metal community.
For sure. Like you.
Groups.
These
Appreciate
metal
it.
communities, these groups have been awesome,
Yeah.
and I'm glad that this is something that we've been talking about since high school. Like, if metalheads came together, I'm just too lazy to do it and too unambitious. And
Now,
I'm glad that,
could you imagine if we had these tools 20 years ago? Are you kidding me?
Metal is old and tired right now.
Yeah.
There was a chat on AOL.
Oh, my God.
On AOL.
So it you know we
That's
can
awesome.
complain, but it's been really good to have these communities form and have us to give us the exposure and to be able for us to be exposed to other bands, other groups, and other people and active members of the community such as yourself. So it's awesome.
Well, I'm glad things are working out. Like I said, I've seen you everywhere. Of course, I actually met you guys at the Northern Illinois Metal Fest, Moose Fest.
That was a good day.
Wow,
That was a good day.
That was fun.
That was a fun day.
That was a wild weekend.
Yeah.
And I was just, I wish I heard most of it in the distance because I was always doing the interviews all day. It was just scheduled throughout the day, the whole weekend. But when I was able to check it out, and I was done with interviews when you guys hit the stage, I'm like, this.
It was outdoors. It was getting dark outside. And
Yeah.
you could see all the lights and the
Good time.
fog, and it was.
Yeah,
it
we
was
got good weather that day.
It was
too.
great weather,
That
and it was
nice
good
day.
to. It was good to play outside.
And
That was the first show we played outside actually.
It's been a while since
Since the
Yeah,
backyard
since
show
The first
days.
show since I came in. I'm the new guy, so I got
Quiet new guy.
I'm the new guy
Yeah.
since I came in. So
Pipe down
there's
over
like it's like prehistoric and historic. I'm the new guy. So
a good
since
word.
I've been around,
Good word,
we haven't
Gramps.
played outside, but it was a wonderful day. It was a great fest.
he'll be the
Oh,
new
yeah,
guy
it was
until the next
And it
album.
was the first of many more to come.
Yes.
Very much. I hope we get to come back. I hope we do.
I hope it keeps happening. That was
Yeah.
awesome.
So I tend to lose myself. Everyone knows this, Rob. Go ahead, man.
All right, I'm going to start with a hard question here. If you can put a time capsule together, what would you put in there?
Motorhead's Bastards album.
God hates us all, Slayer.
Man, a time capsule.
Or We Are Motorhead.
You know what? I would go back and I would put in some of the original demo mixtapes that were going around in the early '80s: Slayer, Metallica, Exodus, Testament.
That'd be good.
All the old West Coast bands that really got the metal scene started. Honestly, we heard about them here in Chicago through mixtapes. That's how we heard about it. I'd put one of those in there because I don't think any of those survived.
And what kind of note would you put in there?
Listen to this.
Listen to
immediately.
this, dumbass.
Stay heavy, fuckos.
Listen to this and don't be upset.
Yeah. Try not to cry. It's I don't know. That's kind of funny because time capsule wise, I don't know. Like I think back to when my parents would listen to music and they'd play John Denver and whatever, Kenny Rogers and shit. And that music back then was at its pinnacle in the '70s. God, am I dating myself?
Yeah.
When dirt was new. So I don't know. That's a good question. Probably I'd say a mixtape, maybe like some Hit Parader magazines from like '82, '83.
I remember my parents
Thrasher.
talking about those decades. So I've heard that.
Jason actually has a whole stack of Guitar Worlds over here.
I do from seriously from like 1984 on. I have
most
You know
of us
what?
were
That's
born.
a killer collection to have, though. That's actually not a bad
No,
thing.
I'm not kidding.
pretty
It's
cool.
got, I've got probably
Whether it's beaten up or not, man.
I've got probably 30 years worth of guitar magazine over here.
Yeah, the library from our hometown where we grew up, every year they would have get rid of it and you can get magazines for like 10 cents. And I
remember
playing the
that.
guitar and learning in grade school. You go in there and you go in with a couple of dollars, and on the back of all the guitar player magazines had all the tablature for all the songs that you wanted to learn.
Oh, I remember tabs.
That's what these are.
I
That's
remember
what these are. I have
tabs.
all of it. It's awesome.
The bass magazines weren't as good.
They were all of Peter Steele.
Yeah.
That's pretty much, yeah.
I mean, I love Type O, but,
Oh, it's
there's
true.
other bands.
Oh, well, that's like when Death hit the scene. They just took over. Everything was Death. It's all you heard of.
True.
There was nobody else. It was awesome. Of course, Chuck
The way it
was.
should be.
Yeah, Chuck was the best.
Nice. You guys are cracking me up. It's awesome. So what else have you guys been up to?
We've been working a lot on our trying to be able to stream a few shows, so that might be coming up this weekend.
This Saturday we might be able to stream one.
We're working on trying to stream our live performances, and we're just getting ready. We have 2 shows coming up right now, 3 actually.
Yeah.
And we're hoping to get all of them available for everybody. So if by any chance you can't be at one of our performances, at least you can be there at the end of a
Which
monitor or.
If we're able to do the streaming, we'll probably post that on our Facebook official page. It'll be on my YouTube channel. That's how I'm routing it right now, but we'll post it on our social media if we're able to do that.
It would be August 6th, coming at you live
Yep.
from Carl Stavern in New Haven, Indiana. And we're going to be playing with Nefertiti, with Amps, and what is it? Demoral.
Demoral, that's it.
So it's going to be a pretty wild night.
Awesome. And that's in New Haven?
Yes,
Yeah.
New Haven,
NPP
Indiana.
presents.
It's right by Fort Wayne.
I really need to get my ass out here. But there's so many invites. They're like, Fran, I'm like,
We'll see
We're
you
leaving Saturday morning. Come
See
on.
you Saturday.
I'll ride with you guys.
Well, hey,
Come on.
next weekend we're going to be playing local. We're going to be in
Yeah.
Bedford Park.
We're going to play Magoo's. Yeah.
Magoo's in Bedford Park. Oh.
Oh, yes, I did see that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's next
And
weekend.
I actually have it in my phone. I put you guys down. There's always bands that want to see it, but then shit, I work so much.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel bad. You know, so many bands do shows on Fridays.
All
I'm
work and no
okay.
play.
Yeah, Thursdays and
Fran a
Fridays are
bad
already a
girl.
no for me. I can't. I do triple. I have triple shifts on Thursday and
Oh.
Friday. There's
Well,
no way I'm going to do a show. That's
this-
why I'm like Saturday and close.
it's-
If it's like 3 hours, I'm like, dude, let's ride.
It's
More, you know?
it's Saturday.
Road trip.
Yeah, so if we can live stream the show at Carl's, we're going to try to. I'm not sure what their internet scape looks like. Hopefully, we'll have better success than what we had this evening. But if we can pull that off, that'll be on our socials. All of our events are on our Facebook page and our events page too. So if anybody wants to know where we're going to be or what we have going,
Shameless
always
plug,
check there.
IndignMusic.com for all of your Indign questions.
True story.
Show
merch.
dates, downloads, merch, link trees, music. Did I say
List of
downloads?
He's got an
bands to turn
OnlyFans.
on.
Screensavers, anything you want.
Romanian recipes.
Romanian
Absolutely.
All right, I'm down for that. That's great.
I want to know. I want to know.
Spoiler alert, it's all potatoes.
Romanian casserole
Romanian
Romanian
casserole.
casserole.
Pork.
starts with bats, I think. no, I'm sorry. It's goats. It's goats, not
Yeah, it
bats.
starts with pork. You know, there is a great Romanian sausage.
There we go.
That's that's made on like 3 different
Connie.
meats. Yeah.
What's his name?
Connie.
Little Connie, yeah. No, Romanian
anyway.
food is pretty good. It's like Polish food. It's
I like a good
Polish
kielbasa.
food, yeah.
Yeah, we've been pretty busy actually. We had a show last weekend. We have a show this coming weekend. We have a show at Magoo's the following weekend. And then I think September 30th is our next show. We're playing at Jay's, I think.
Yeah, Jay's Bullet.
Jay's Bullet Saloon.
Yeah.
Bullet Hole Saloon.
Bullet
Jay's
Hole
Bullet.
That's going to be with Feral
I
Hound.
went there once, like actually, it was almost a year ago. Shit.
That's going to be a good show. That'll be with Feral Hound, Vile Cynic, and Withering Soul. That'll be a really good show.
You know what? Wait, what date is that?
September
September
30th.
30th.
It's a Friday.
It's a Friday.
Oh yeah, I had that flyer.
It's a
I was like,
Friday.
I know I've seen it. Yeah, that's why.
I have enough time to take off.
I'm gonna aim to come for you guys.
Those 3 shifts on that
That's what
Friday.
they all
Yeah,
should
right.
do.
Don't threaten them
That's
with
what
good time.
everybody should
Yeah, seriously.
That'll be a first for us.
Okay, go ahead, Rob.
If 5 of us can't do it, then we just quit.
Yeah.
Shit.
Rob says,
All
second
right,
question. Sorry.
Okay, two-day festival. First day is female fronted. Second day is whoever you choose, dead or alive.
Somebody alive, preferably. Let's see.
Do we get to pick?
I mean,
Yeah, it's our choice.
Okay, well then I'm going to go with Ginger as the first band,
Really?
female fronted. Oh yeah, they're amazing.
I'm gonna go Floor Jensen. I'm gonna go old school with a little bit of newer
I like it.
version of Nightwish. And second day.
You go, whoa, slow down. One
No,
at a time.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. It's okay.
Well, yeah, the closer. Thank you, Manny. Sitting under percussion over here with. Second day. I don't know. Can you come back to me later? Sorry, I'm mulligan. I don't know who I want to close.
Well, so we have to pick an opener and a closer.
yeah.
All right, so I would pick Ginger as the female fronted, and then I would probably pick
The first day is female.
Gojira.
Right?
Yeah.
The
So
second
First
day.
is female.
Ooh, Gojira.
first day's female.
Yeah, first
Yeah.
day's female Ginger. So you got Ginger and
Yeah.
Gojira.
Well, Ginger for the female, and then
Yes,
the next day is
and then
male. And I
Gojira
would pick
for the
Gojira.
Headline?
I'd bring Kitty back. Why not?
That's good.
Kitty was.
Just saying.
Dude,
Yeah, Kitty was good.
I'm sorry, I
Very
love
nice.
Kitty. Kitty's
I
awesome.
remember
Yeah, that's
right.
Kitty.
I worked with them in West Dundee at Clearwater. They were really nice.
Really? Wow.
I haven't been there in so long when it was originally Clearwater.
Yeah, I miss that place.
Now it's what, the Rock House.
Rock House.
Rock House.
We actually did our record
Flower House
release
or-
across
no,
the street
Rock
from
House.
there a couple
Yeah,
months
Rock
back.
Rock House.
Rock House.
Oh, you mean at the corner bar?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bamboozles.
That bar has some
Our bar.
serious
Yeah. It's,
especially if you made it upstairs.
That's where we
Party
I know
were.
nothing. I know
Yeah.
nothing.
there's the
I
Clearwater
know
after
nothing
party.
either. I didn't even know there was an upstairs. But so
Closer would be Guar. I got it. Second day
Guar.
closer would be Guar, original singer. So that's, you said someone. I know I said someone alive. I'm just full of crap.
I want
All right,
Typo
Bill.
back for bringing back the
I would say
I like
Arch
that.
Enemy
Ooh, that's a good one.
and
Which
Kill
side?
Switch Engage.
All right.
Okay, well, with Howard or Jesse?
Yeah,
Both.
Both.
Yeah, they're both good.
I'm out of coffee.
I mean, they work together on one song.
I'd
It
have
worked.
to go with Howard.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Great
That's
album.
tough.
If you had to pick.
I might say Jesse. I like a lot of the old stuff too.
I love the
I agree,
first album,
Jesse.
the one with Jesse, the original one.
Yeah.
And then I was like, that guy sounds
album.
different. Once, yeah. And then once the Howard stuff came in, it was just more. I like them both. I mean, it's hard to tell.
It's that's a tough
Manny?
They're both equally as great.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, that's like asking Anthrax singers, like, two different eras, man.
Yeah, that's true.
I still love John Bush.
Me
Sorry.
too.
I'm not
Yeah,
going
me
to
too.
apologize.
Yeah,
say
I'm
I'm a
good.
Bush fan.
Just say Dio. That's her closer.
Dio?
I know it's gonna be right.
And those deals.
Yeah,
Just say
so
Dio.
just, yeah.
You can't go wrong with Ronnie James Dio, bro.
I mean, if we're going to talk about a show, I already saw
Hey, guys,
Motorhead, Dio,
Stay
and
as
Iron
safe
Maiden.
as possible. What do you say? Dio.
Metallica.
Yeah. Hey, God, let me.
Just Master of Puppets
Back
over
from
and
the
over.
dead.
Right? Just Master.
It's awesome.
The original Pantera?
Ooh.
it's gonna take a long time to answer
Maybe
this
some-
question.
Yeah, I apologize.
Bring
We're
Terry
wrong.
Glaze back.
Well, that's a fucking killer lineup. Keep going.
What do you think?
Us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
That's in
we're
there
the guest
somewhere.
star. Yeah.
Yeah,
the middle.
we'll be the ones
You know,
sweeping the
9 p.m.
floor at the
Hey,
end.
if she
That's
sings, she could be our Friday night gig. You could be the female fronted Indign.
Fran does?
Well, I mean, if we did a female
Fran Dine.
opening band
Ooh,
thing.
it could be
That's
Fran
great.
Dine.
What about sepsis?
I like it.
Right?
Yeah.
We could always get sepsis on there. That'd
Yes,
be
we
great.
can.
should.
I am Substance as a Chicago booking agent.
Hey.
Wink.
Yes,
Hi,
I am.
Fran.
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Hi.
Wink back.
Hi.
Shameless plug.
What about you, Rob? What would you do? What would your two be?
See, it ain't easy.
I'm gonna say female fronted because I have not pleasure of seeing them yet. I'm gonna say Dying Oath for female fronted,
Okay.
and I'm gonna have to say Pearl Jam.
Wow.
All right.
All right.
Pearl.
I can
I saw
accept
Pearl
that.
Jam. That was a good show. Yeah, I saw him at United Center. Eddie Vedder threw his guitar up in the air, didn't realize he was standing on the cord, and it whipped back down and cracked him in the skull.
I was gonna say that sounds familiar. Wait a minute.
I remember hearing
That's
about
the
that.
United Center.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
hearing about that.
Oh.
Well, see, now that's. But if you,
So,
go ahead.
no, what were you gonna say?
Well, I was gonna say if you're gonna open it up to other genres besides metal, that kind of
Sade.
changes things.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, let's just
Yeah, that broadens the perspective.
yeah, like
I'm
maybe the
real into
Beatles,
Scott
you know,
Punk,
or
too.
I mean,
like the Who. Like I mean, there's a million great bands.
Rancid. Bring me some Rancid and Charger.
I'll take Slayer.
Slayer.
Hell yeah.
I'm down with that.
That's without question.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
I mean, I just
Slayer.
saw Green Day tear it up at Lalo. That was
You know
badass.
who's amazing female is Infected Rain. They're unbelievable.
Yeah,
They're really really freaking good.
yeah, she's got some pipes on her.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, she fucking
Oh,
does.
she reminds me of like early Butcher Babies almost, like just able to really, which is an amazing range. Just her death scream is just unbelievable.
Yeah. Well, one of my top favorites, Marie Briggs. I mean, that's my oof,
Yeah.
on every level. Oof. I love In This Moment. I love Marie. She's fucking hot. She's gorgeous. That bitch is alpha female, and she'll fucking destroy you in her way. I fucking love how she owns her shit. Just-
Fuck yeah.
No, she does. She definitely gets
Yeah.
it done, and she's been slaying it for years. I mean, they've been huge for a long time, so that's a testament to them.
Fuck yeah. I love her. So, guys, I want to talk about the battle for the big stage. What was that about? That was the Twitch, right?
Yeah, that was the Twitch
a
stream.
tough battle.
DW presents on their Twitch
Many
channel.
days.
Yeah,
Nights.
and basically it was us. There was actually 4 bands from the Northern Illinois Metal Fest that were part of that, actually. And we actually made it through to round 3, and
Yeah,
we
I think it's
lost,
3.
unfortunately. But we had a lot of great exposure with that. There was 12,000 people watching the stream. And saw our video for Exile. And the exposure that brought was really great, obviously. We wish we could have gone further, but...
it felt good that it was received good, too.
Yeah,
Definitely helped.
the overall feedback
So-
was really positive, so that was very gratifying.
Not getting a lot of "you suck."
Yeah.
No, like it's really,
Just the normal
really good.
amount.
Yeah.
We're hoping to make their unsigned band charts.
Tomatoes.
They have an unsigned band chart, and then
Somebody just
we're
mailed
hoping to
me
get
a
on there
bunch
as
of
well.
rotten
But that's a little bit different. It's I think it's a Sunday night stream.
Emojis.
But that was a great opportunity, and it was great to hang out with all those bands. We saw who was it that made it through? Was it Heartsick? Heartsick made it through, and then somebody else made it through.
Normandy won.
Normandy won. Yeah,
No,
so
second place.
well, they actually so they're going to go, and they actually may be playing on the big stage. So I think the other bands that were in the finals end up getting a side stage opportunity. They're going to go play the side stage, and then I think Normandy's going to play the main stage. I think, or they're still in the running for the main stage. I'm not sure how that is going to play out, but
So, how many rounds are there for this?
well, this
You know, you said you made it to the 3rd round, which is still cool. You made it past the first few.
Yeah.
But how many is there before the final showdown?
well, we made it to the Sweet 16,
like
and then
1,000,
there's the Elite 8,
you know,
Final
on the
4,
way.
and then final. So
Okay.
rounds.
they started off with like 32
Good one.
bands, and then there's
say
3
no.
months of bands. So they had like June, July, or May, June, and July, and we were in the July bracket. So there
Right.
we were the tail
It's
end.
like 1,000.
Yes, no,
We're like
No,
honorable
it was
mentions.
32 bands
made it
per
to
month.
round 3 out of
basically. I think it was
1,000.
3 months, so it was
Yeah.
100
Sounds
some
less
odd bands that
impressive.
made the cut.
I thought it was 2,200.
So we're just happy to be there. It was a great opportunity.
That's awesome. You gonna go back next year?
Say 100.
Well, we're hoping to play the next bracket starts in September for
Okay.
I think it's the Aftershock Festival or something, or
Is that okay?
We're gonna keep trying till they won't let us apply.
I know a little bit
That's
about
right.
that.
We're going to keep calling the offices, too.
Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna
Screw
keep
it.
banging on the door until somebody
Yeah,
answers.
you gotta pound that name in
And
there.
for-
Solicit
They,
them.
they might
Yeah.
they might answer with a
Solicit
shotgun.
them.
but-
Before your emails, no matter what, just keep doing it. Be like, you
Yes.
know this name. You're gonna recognize this.
For sure.
It's
That's
gonna
right.
keep
And everybody
coming
watching, just
bribe
send
them
an
with
email
prohibition
requesting Indign.
Stickers on the urinals.
Yeah, right.
Stick, yeah. They open. I think they opened for us once. Stickers.
in. Have
on the
one in
urinals.
front, have one eye level, and have one pointed down. You know, on the lower level, like knee level.
That's right.
Motherfucker's gonna be looking down too. So
So you have a place to aim.
Double advertising.
Perfect.
look for them in the urinals. You can't
Yeah.
just-
We're the ones circling the
And
drain.
if you did, that's on you.
It sounds really bad too.
It's good marketing.
So what's the
That's-
scene like out in New Jersey, Rob?
It's pretty decent. We have Asbury, we have Sayreville, Homedale, Clark, I believe. I mean, we have a lot of good venues out here.
But what's the actual scene like, though? Because we have a lot of great venues here, but
They just
having
won't play
great
our
venues
crap.
is different than having a good scene. You know,
Oh, sorry, my nose itched.
All right, well, Starland Ballroom is by me. That everybody and their mother comes through there. Like, it could be a rapper one day, it could be country one day, it could be hardcore, it could be metalcore. Then Asbury is more of like indie.
Oh, nice.
Well, except for the Stone Pony. The Stone Pony carries like everybody, but the Saint is like indie. And then we have we have what do you call PNC and Homedale. Everybody comes through there as well. It's a big amphitheater. And we
Gotcha.
have one in Camden. That's a big amphitheater, and everybody comes through there. We have like
Yeah,
two
I like Camden.
amphitheaters, and the rest are like bars and little places.
sure. Well, that's where the scene really lives, is in those little smaller venues. You know, you come through on a Wednesday night and you have people in your bar watching bands play. That's sign of a healthy scene. You know.
up close
Yeah.
and personal.
Well, like Asbury, you'll have Bon Jovi come through. You'll have what do you call it, Bruce Springsteen come through.
They live
For
there.
$5,000 a
Yeah,
ticket.
Yeah.
yeah. Bruce Springsteen is always in Asbury Park
Of course.
or Red Bank, one or the other. They're always roaming around.
You ever seen Springsteen?
No, I have not. I'm not a huge
That
fan.
would be cool. Dude, I'd love to see him. Oh yeah, there's so many
No.
80s musicians. I'm an 80s fanatic. Movies, music, it doesn't matter. I like all genres of everything, down to movies. I would love to see that. I would love to see them. There's so many bands that are still around. I'm like, your tickets are outrageous. Holy crap! You know?
Well, they're old. They got to pay for arthritis medication. They're like us.
Well, yeah.
Here's
Just
part
like
of
a
my
DUI,
firstborn
too.
child to have, to be general admission. Here you go. And I give it to you.
It really depends on the venue and whatever the case may be if they're coming through. I mean, yeah, some of them GA is like 200 or higher,
Sure.
and the tickets are outrageous. But I get it. It's just,
I just won't pay $200 for those beats. I'm sorry.
but are they going to hit the
I don't care
notes?
who you are.
Well, it's like I wanted to see the Chili Peppers this year, and that like nosebleeds are like 160, 180.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But no, I'll pay that for. I paid up to $200 to be general admission. I don't even remember how many shows in the past. But you got to be a big name.
guess-
It's got to be a big
yeah.
show. It's got to be big names for me to want to do that.
As long as the artist delivers, or the group, whatever it is, as long as the
Yeah.
show, I mean, there's plenty of artists, even today, new and old, that I think can deliver that kind of show. Rammstein, again, Springsteen. You're going to see these, groups. You're going to see like these legend. I mean, there's artists that are pretty much just like that's their niche, their forte.
Well,
So you're going to get
back in the
best
80s, I
performance.
mean, no offense to, because I grew up in the 80s. I grew up going to concerts in the 80s. I mean, I've been to hundreds of shows, and shows back in the 80s and early 90s were terrible in comparison to what they are today. And the reason for that is because the way music is being consumed is different. Back in those days, you would sell albums. That's how you made your money. You'd sell albums. You would sell merch at your shows. That's how you made your money. Now it's all your live performance. It's everything. Your live shows where you make your money. That's where you sell merch. That's where fans will pay tickets to come and see you. So that's everything, And now that has created two problems. One is a good problem. One's a bad problem. The one problem with that is then now, no matter how much effort you put into making an album, the return from that is very different than the output it took to make it, and then that's a problem. The good part of that is that you're forced to become very authentic in how you present your music in a live audience. It's got to be good. Otherwise, people aren't going to pay hard-earned money.
Yeah.
So,
But some are actually CD bands.
yeah, for sure,
For
sure.
Reportedly, I'm going to say, and I'm going to hear shit for it, and I don't give a shit about it. What do you call it? Hoobastank is a CD band. They were horrible live.
Right. I never saw them live, but
Yeah, I never saw them.
I'll take your word for it.
I left their set to hang out with the opener. That's how bad it was.
Yeah,
Wow.
I get it.
What year was that?
I mean,
What year?
I'm trying to think. That place is no longer with us. I'm gonna say before The Reason came out, their other hit song.
Okay.
Oh, hasn't it? That was a while.
That was our.
They had more than one album? I didn't know
Las
that.
Vegas.
They had a hit.
No, they did. Back in the day, The Reason was a huge song, but I didn't know they had an album before
What's
that.
the reason go like? I was in America.
I was never really into that genre of music, though. Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
no, that's
mean-
very true, though. If you're not putting out
Probably
quality product on stage, then people aren't going to come and see you. They're not going to stay.
Like I know they were newer to the scene, but like I don't know. That's the only concert I walked off to go hang out with the other bands.
I had I had an old
Sometimes it
drummer
happens.
and an old guitar player from a previous old drummer and bass player from a previous band that had free tickets to see specific artist. I don't know if I should mention them, and they did the same thing. Like 3 songs into it, they're like, "Dude, this is awful."
Yeah.
Well, it's like my fiance is into other music, and we went and saw Halsey at I want to say the Allstate Arena, and they had It's pop music.
Oh, okay.
But like the
She's actually really good though.
she's amazing.
I
But the
haven't kept
opener
up
was
with you.
Charlie XCX, and like her whole thing was she guest starred on other people's songs. So like her set was walking around on stage while the song played until her part came up. Then she would sing her part and then continue walking around stage.
She's the guest star.
I was blown away. I'm like,
Please go to her turn.
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah, I'm like, that's a thing now. Like,
I
but
could
yeah,
do that.
Halsey
I could
came on and
totally
she
do
killed
that.
it. It was great.
Dude, I could do that. Half a set. Could play half a set and just sit
I'll make you a
down.
mix, and you can
Yeah, we'll make it backing
Oh
vocal
heck
track.
yeah, I
I'll
could
make
do
you
that. Yeah,
Well, nobody
That's awesome.
nobody listens to
No
bass, so
counting
I don't
notes.
even have to show up.
yeah.
Oh man.
Awesome.
But yeah, so that's going back to that original point. Yeah,
They
it
got a
really,
new
your
schedule.
live show really is everything, and it's really where most artists today are forced to. You're forced to put forth your best every time you go out the door because you never know who's watching, and it's really the only way you can make a name for yourself anymore.
And you can tell. Doesn't matter if you're going to see a band that charges $200 a ticket, or if you're at like a $10 a night, for like $3 Coronas, whatever, on a Wednesday night. It doesn't matter. You could see when the artist plays, when the band plays. You could totally tell talent.
See the talent.
Yeah, like it doesn't matter the setup. It doesn't matter.
Detect the talent.
Yeah, like you can tell.
yeah.
You can't fake it.
One,
That's what it is.
one of the best examples of that, I went and saw Avatar back in 2015 when they were nobody here, and they put on such an amazing show. I'd never heard of them before, never even heard a song. Never. My buddy's like, "Hey, you want to go check them out?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And they were unbelievable from the first note until the last note, and I was an instant fan. And so and I've been a musician since I was 5 years old. And I looked at my own ability and said, "Man, I'm not anywhere near that. I need to step up my game."
So who are
Right.
your top three that you've seen that like blew your mind on stage?
I was just talking about this earlier. I saw Death Clock with Mastodon, and like I didn't know what obviously an animated show. I didn't know what I was gonna see. It was easily, and that was up in the Rave.
That's a great
Yeah.
club in
It's been a
Wisconsin.
long time.
Wisconsin.
That was one of the best shows I've seen in a long time. My only problem was Mastodon was so loud you could not understand anything they were playing. And that happened with Rob Zombie opening for Ozzy too. It was just so loud. Wait, that was Mudvayne. Mudvayne was so loud you couldn't understand a thing they were playing.
Yeah.
But Death Clock was definitely a top. I saw Dio with Motorhead and Iron Maiden.
Dude, that'd be killer.
I was in the back, and he was probably this big on stage, but man, he just nailed it.
Yeah. For sure.
Top.
Death
definitely.
Clock, Killswitch, and Metallica. Those were the three bands that I've seen live that were it just sounded like they knew what they were playing. Even when they sped up things, it was just ridiculous. Like you could tell, okay, that's their job. Like this, you're watching someone do what they're supposed to do. It was really, really good. The whole show, seamless, really, really good. I saw Metallica in Bucharest in '90. I don't remember.
90s are hard to remember.
Yeah, that was tough. I saw
lot of things happened like
Killswitch they played with, I forgot the opener, but also with Lamb of God, and then Lamb of God had an issue where one of the amps wasn't working, so they cut their set short, and then Killswitch just killed. That was my first show watching them live, and I wasn't a huge fan per se.
Pantera.
That's when I was like, all right, you guys.
Pantera. First time I ever saw them, I didn't even realize I was going to see them. It was an Ozfest during the Trendkill tour, and up into that point, I was a Metallica high school fan. Metallica was as heavy as I got, other than Motorhead, and then I saw Pantera at Alpine Valley, and I
That's a
remember
great place.
the one thing that will always stand out is I saw the mosh pit, and I just saw this guy's nose just get destroyed in the pit, and kept going.
Yeah, that was actually my first concert ever. Was at Alpine Valley.
Nice.
It was Ozfest '97.
Yeah,
I was there for that. I was at that show.
Was there? Pantera was there. Ozzy was there. Sabbath was there. I mean, there was
Typo.
dude, there was so many killer bands. My first
I was
concert
there.
ever. I was
I
17.
was
I'm
in
like,
Romania.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice. Mine was Rockstock from Rock 103.5 up in Alpine Valley. So
Oh,
that
wow.
was
Okay.
all the 90s bands.
That was
like,
your first
Yeah.
concert?
Yeah, the first
Jesus,
one.
I got underwear older than that show.
You're like 56.
My first concert
He
was
gave Metallica rides to school in the morning.
Pentatonica, 95.
Oh, I was at Pentatonica. Pecatonica.
That's someone else there.
Oh, one
God.
band that was incredible live that I didn't think that they would be a live band was Jimmy Borger.
Really?
Oh, fuck
Looking
yeah,
back
that
there,
guy.
you're like, is there actually a drummer playing that right
Was
now?
that the Nick Barker days?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that dude's a
that's-
yeah.
That dude's like
ridiculous drummer.
inhuman.
Yeah, he's not normal.
What about you, Manny?
I would say Cannibal Corpse at the Thirsty Whale.
Oh, dude, that'd be sick.
Which singer?
Deicide there. Which singer? Chris Barnes.
Nice.
Who else? Actually, System of a Down opening for Fear Factory at the Metro. That was their first tour. I saw them twice at the
Awesome.
Metro.
Wait, was
And
that
that
the-
was like a talent recognized.
Which
moment.
album?
Just like,
You see it and go, holy shit.
Was that the self?
Yeah, you'll never.
I think
you-
they just
when that-
outshined Fear Factory. Oh,
when you see that, you'll know it.
no.
You'll- the second you see it, go, ah, that's just amazing.
Yeah,
Was
you
that
know,
for the self-titled album?
I think they were on Ozfest a year later from that moment.
That's awesome.
That was the first album.
Nice. Hey, Jason,
Yes, ma'am.
I just want to give you props. I love your shirt, man.
Thank you. It's the first time I've actually worn this shirt since I bought it.
Great
I
guys.
fucking, the guys
super
from
cool.
Big Weed, man. They're
Yeah.
all really killer guys.
They're all-
Really
They're-
very great guys.
They're good
I
dudes.
love
Good
those
dudes.
guys. You know, last night, well, they were out here a couple times since the last time I saw them. But, you know, we took pictures, did our thing, you know, at the show. Then we just hung out with them after the show, just partied. And
Chill
hung out.
dudes, yeah.
Dude, guys are so awesome.
the
I love them.
Alibi
They're all
show?
really good
Yeah.
guys. I love them to death.
Yeah,
That was a
they're
fun
very-
show.
They're coming back.
I know.
Like, so,
I'm-
you know, this is like I think the second or third time since then. But I'm finally available.
Well, I'm actually hoping to go to that show. I have to work, unfortunately. If I can get the day off, I'm going to go. So maybe I'll see you there.
You know, I'm going to be there doing my thing. You guys already know. how I
Rock
roll.
stars have
For
to
sure.
work. Rock stars
Yeah.
have to take off.
Come
Jobs.
camping. Come out for the weekend. Pop in.
If I can get off duty, I'm coming. We'll see.
There you go. Well, you can always come in the middle of the night. I mean, well,
Hey,
it's just I cut
Not,
myself.
not at his age.
I'm just like, wait a minute.
Oh,
Not what I meant.
Get in the car and come on over. How far is Jersey?
maybe you'll come twice.
Eh.
Not what I meant.
Can't take him anywhere.
Next
Swear
weekend,
to
you can show
God.
up in the middle of the night. I'm actually not going to be spending the night, so I'm going to justify that right now. I'm not. Because I
The
got
old-
friends with-
The old
Like,
come and go.
To the parade,
I-
right? Like,
Eh.
I guess I'm coming and going, aren't I?
Coming and going.
yeah, multiple times.
Eh.
So what about you, Rob? What best show you've ever seen?
3 best bands you've ever seen.
Or 3 best bands, sorry, yeah.
Or artists, whatever.
I'm gonna have to say.
You know, for the record, Rob, you're not going to even have to ask them later. That they can ask you questions now because they've been doing it the whole fucking time.
Yeah, pretty much. I was just at
gotta keep
Rob
phone.
Zombie. I was just at Rob Zombie, Mudvayne, Power Man 5000,
Oh, yeah.
and Static X.
nice.
That was a good show.
Ooh, Static
Yeah, I bet.
X.
Mudvayne would have been cool. Static X would have been great too.
God damn it.
Yeah, I saw them.
I
way
saw-
for Pantera.
I saw Static with Wayne
Yeah.
before Wayne passed away. That was an amazing experience, and I've heard that the new guy that's doing, I forget his name, but I guess he's doing a really
Yeah,
good
they
job.
opened for Pantera.
I haven't
Yeah,
listened
that
to
show.
the new Static
Yeah, I
X,
guess
but
it's
every
pretty good.
single one of their albums, Wisconsin Death Trap is probably one of the best
Pantera.
Static
Yeah.
X albums.
No, it was
Sure.
all Static.
He's
Pantera's
the
last
lead-
show ever in Chicago.
He was the lead singer of Dope.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
right.
That's,
The heck's his
I'm bad
name?
with names. I really
Yeah.
am.
I can't think of it either. But yeah,
If it
he's
ain't
really
Lemmy,
good.
I don't
Bob.
care.
Joe John Jordan's.
Yeah, like
Lemmy's an easy name to remember.
Joey Joe.
yeah.
No, Jordanson. What?
Joey Joe.
Joey, Joe,
No.
Jordan, Joey.
What was the first concert you ever went to?
Family Values Tour.
Oh man,
Wow.
I've been to Family
With
Values.
Slipknot and
No.
no.
No,
Di-
it was,
I don't even remember.
Dilated Peoples.
I saw
Limp
Korn.
Bizkit.
Corn.
First time I saw Korn, they opened for L7 at the Vic Theater in Chicago, and they were. It was before Issues or before
Probably.
Korn, before their first
Yeah.
album ever came out. Nobody knew who they were, and I remember watching them play, and I thought, man,
Seeds.
these guys are really good. You know, it's not my style of music, but they're really good. You know, and I thought, well, we'll probably see them again at some point. You know, and didn't hear shit about them for like another year, and all of a sudden their album dropped, and it was like, whoa, I know those dudes.
Well, early 2000s, man. That was a very polarizing metal era.
Oh,
New
for sure.
metal
Like
scene.
you either like new metal or you don't.
Yeah,
Right.
that's good.
I was a new metal baby, man. A lot of us grew up as new metal babies. Like that's the only reason we listened to some of
Like
the death
Seven
metal
Dust,
we
man.
listened to
Seven
today.
Dust came on the scene. What was that, late 90s?
And everybody talked shit about Limp Bizkit, but when they came out, everybody
Dude,
had
Limp
a
Bizkit was the
dumbass,
shit
stupid
back in the
hat
day.
like
There's-
he did.
they had some of the
Everybody
rowdiest kids
wanted to
I've
be
ever
Fred
seen.
Durst.
Not gonna lie.
Everybody wanted to be
Dookie or
Wes
whatever it's
Borland. He
called.
looked super cool with the face paint
Great with teeth.
and the whole guitar. He's still one of my favorite guitar players live, like to see do stuff. Wes Borland.
I'm gonna
Like
say
play guitar?
Seven Dust probably came out in, I'm gonna say 95 maybe.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
they were a little.
Around
I was
that
listening
era.
to them. They were
Around
one of my
that
influences
area.
to start playing the guitar.
Yeah, because I know they were big on Rock 103.5, and I saw saw them a couple times at a lot of radio station festivals.
Yeah, they
Man,
played
always
a
a
lot
great show.
here back in the day. They did play a lot.
Yeah.
What do we have except for Korn, and these are the top 3 bands. If they come to near me, I'm going no matter what. Is Korn, Seven Dust, and I don't think I really miss. Then I can't even think of the third band, but those are the top 2 that I don't.
Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah, I remember.
No,
Kenny Loggins.
Steven Spielberg.
Kenny Loggins.
Kenny G.
I would go.
I would too. At this point, I'll see anything, mostly if it's free.
Fucking cheap ass.
Dude, I just went to Lala for
And then I'll
free.
block off the date on our calendar.
Yeah.
And
You know what?
we can't show that day.
I call myself out. I even if it's free,
Oh shit.
if it's not good enough in one way, I'm gonna still walk away.
Yeah.
And
Really?
some people are like, "Wow, that we would
Yeah.
took care of this. We would have paid for this for you," and you still said no. It's like, "Well, I didn't like where you were putting this."
I've had some of the best shows that I've seen for free. Like
Oh,
just you walk into or you get a free ticket and you're like, I don't know any of the bands.
Well, it's like-
and like some of the best performances I've seen.
No, that's true. Like my funny story. My wife and I were on vacation in New York, and we decided to go to a jazz club for dinner because they have like jazz clubs in New York where you go in, you have dinner, they have like a steak dinner,
Swanky.
and then you watch this like live jazz.
Yeah, the 50s were
Some of
lit.
the best damn jazz I've ever heard. It was unbelievable. I was like, oh my god, this is the best damn supper club I've ever been to.
Rico Suave.
Seriously. So we sat
that
there
before or
and enjoyed
after
the hell out of that.
Prohibition?
I'm sorry.
You know.
Could you excuse me just a
I'm
minute?
listening.
I don't know why.
Jason's
You know the
Jason's
bar.
the oldest member
Sean
of the band.
McLaughlin.
I'm the youngest. That's why I'm the handsomest.
You're
That
the
was-
baby.
They pick on me.
You're the baby.
He's
elder
a 7
abuse.
foot tall baby.
Yeah. You know what? I want to talk to the 7 foot tall baby.
Okay.
Yeah, with the
all
Romanian
ears.
sausage.
Looks like a baby's arm holding an apple. Jesus, calm down.
Canadian pork
Last year,
sandwich.
espresso.
I was the photographer.
I used to. I do drink espresso. Yeah.
What do you
I
taste
do.
like?
I get like.
Strong?
No, I used to do like 5 shots espresso
She's
and like.
asking what you taste
She's
like.
not. Yeah, it's not asking about your coffee, bro.
Oh,
She wants
my
to know what
coffee
you
taste.
taste like.
What do I taste like?
Jesus.
Like musk.
He's the cute.
You know, full body.
It's really hard to hear what everybody.
It's
I don't know if it's a taste.
Oh no, I like tea.
I don't know if it's a taste. It's more of a smell. I'd say more of a flavor.
Tastes like Stewie.
It's like a flavor, yeah.
Stewie's diaper.
It tastes like stew.
It tastes like Malort.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I like that. I taste like Malords.
I'm gone.
Yeah.
I don't want to taste your espresso anymore.
Malords. You ever have Malords, Rob?
Plead the fifth.
It's pretty good.
Well,
No.
you totally will. Because
Five.
when you finally come to Chicago,
It's a
tradition.
Chicago treat.
Yeah,
That is-
it's
Yeah,
a rite
yeah.
of
It's not
passage.
tradition. It's a trick.
Chicago is-
Yeah. A
Listen to
tradition.
him.
It's a
You
trick.
have to try a shot.
It's
of
a tricky tradition, but it is a tradition nonetheless.
This is the shot that's more like the third cousin twice removed.
Yeah.
I'd rather lick my own Crocs.
It's what gave Capone syphilis. Like, is that strong? Like, it's,
That's the tagline.
my lords.
We killed Capone.
The same-
Sorry.
Don't open
You got to be
the
careful with us, otherwise it's a left turn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
real,
so Rob
real
probably
easy.
has no idea what the hell we're talking about. He took a picture above a coffee sign that was on the sidewalk, in some downtown.
Yeah, that was a couple days ago.
It's that Blackbeard
Oh,
espresso or a promotion for that
Yeah.
the coffee place that he was walking past, and he puts his head over the sign, and you see his beard and all his baldness, and it's just.
I never saw that.
Oh,
I
it's
never got
baldness.
tagged.
That was
in it.
Louisville. Yeah, it was in
It
Louisville.
was
We
like
just played
4
the song in
days
Louisville.
ago.
I never got tagged in it.
I don't remember.
It was honestly, it was
that
just
4
some
days
random
ago.
coffee bar we were walking by. It's like, oh look, Blackbeard Espresso, and it's like,
I believe he was being violated in that picture also.
I'm not sure.
By a
If you look in the background,
By a pirate?
It's
looked like it.
hearsay.
Pirate,
It's
pirate,
hearsay.
old pirate journal.
filthy pirate hookers.
See what I have to put up with?
Yar, she
And I'm the
knows.
youngest one, yeah.
yeah, check it out
Oh,
again.
jeez.
It's one of those pictures you have to look at over and over again.
Look, I will bring the show back on the road and remind everybody about August 6th at Carl Stavern. Come on, guys. Let's go.
Are we supposed to talk about music?
Oh yeah, this weekend, New Haven,
Quite a few shows.
New Haven, New Haven.
New Haven, Indiana.
So when are you going to have us come out to New Jersey? That's the question.
Yes, New Jersey
You got to hook us up with some promoters in New Jersey. We'll come out and play.
for sure. That's right.
I just want to meet Jay and Silent Bob.
Okay.
I'd like to find a Savage in New Jersey, so then I can book a Savage concert out there.
Silent
it's still
Bob
good, but to
doesn't-
have
I
a
mean-
connection with someone in state, that's why I can say Savages can spread it, but they don't have to stay Chicago based. We can go. We can move.
I can help as much as I possibly can.
That's right. That'd be great.
Just gotta let me know what's
Yeah.
still.
It's like like by Mindy. I can do one by Mindy. I can do one by Marla. Savages are everywhere. They're not all in Chicago. We're
That'd
spreading.
be awesome.
That means there's no reason why I can't say, hey, I'm coming out
These
concert
savages.
weekend in Kentucky. Concert weekend in South Carolina.
Sure.
It's
Just saying, putting that out
Yeah,
there.
that'd be great.
That'd be awesome.
Very appreciated.
Yes, thank you.
we're always down.
East Coast
Thank you.
tour.
We don't mind turning our clocks up ahead.
I'll say, who's got the hookup at Martha's Vineyard?
Well, that's yeah. I don't know about that. They'll probably
I'll
like
date.
they'll
I
call.
will date.
they'll
I bet I could find out a connection. I just probably might not like the answer.
Well, it's
Yeah.
gonna be like they'll protest that. They won't want us there.
Yeah. The pendulum swings. Like
Yeah, the pendulum never stops swinging.
It stops at some point, and then we all die. But
And in this heat, it's,
swing.
the pendulum sticks to the leg in this
yeah,
heat.
it's stuck to the thigh.
The pendulum will be
Can't take them
stuck.
anywhere.
It's a
Well,
sticky
if
pendulum.
it's smooth enough, it's gonna stick. Otherwise, if it's not smooth, it's just gonna leave a fucking rash. I
Does this look smooth to you?
It
I
doesn't.
don't feel bad.
It doesn't smell smooth.
Blackbeard's delight.
It's like banana.
All right, I'm going to ask the question I always freaking ask anyway, because
Yeah.
it's going to be retired eventually soon. Who's your 12 disciples? You have to have one female.
Disciples.
That's a lot of them.
That's a tough one.
Dimebag.
Yeah, Daryl could definitely be in there.
There's one.
Dimebag and Lemmy.
I'm gonna throw Dave Lombardo in there.
I'm gonna throw Petrucci in there.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good one.
John Petrucci.
That's a good one.
I'll put Satriani in there.
Nice.
All right.
No?
Yeah, for sure.
You know what? I'm gonna throw some.
Steve Vai.
I'm gonna throw some.
Now, what's wrong with the guitar horseshit?
Hang on, I'm gonna pick a singer.
Thank you. Yeah.
Well, you want to pick a singer?
No, I'm still thinking. 'Cause it's the stuff. Everybody's just throwing names. It's just like
Frank Mullen.
12 dudes.
You want me to
All
tell
right,
you the
well,
magazines over there? You can
No, I
pick
got
one
to
out.
How about
Diesel.
Nita Strauss, man? Let's
Frank
put
the
Nita
Tank.
Strauss out there. She's amazing. She's not a singer though.
Singers?
Or Heidi Shepard. She's a
What
singer.
about Beth Hart?
Beth Hart. Who's that?
Never. Oh my God, blues singer.
Meatloaf.
Who's the girl from OTEP? She's really good.
From OPEP.
Meatloaf's a
Oh,
hell of a
OTEP.
singer, bro.
OTEP.
Yeah,
Yeah,
OTEP.
OTEP. I don't. Maria OTEP. I don't know. I thought that was her last
Maria
name was
OTEP.
OTEP. Is that Man, Maria.
James Metallica.
I wouldn't put James in there.
I wouldn't.
I
put him there.
would. I would.
I'd put Hanneman before James.
Yeah, I'd put Hanneman before. Yeah, totally.
Nah.
Kirk
James.
I'd put
Hamster?
King before James.
Wow.
Less
How
wow.
about that?
I lost count. Where are we at?
We're like 7. We got like 3 females.
lot.
We
It's a
have
lot of
bunch
disciples.
dudes. Yeah.
Chuck Schuldner?
Hey,
Yeah,
there
for
you
sure.
go.
Since
Definitely,
we're talking about death so much, right?
definitely Chuck Schuldner.
Gene Hoglan.
Gene
Are
Hagen's
we
a good
were
one.
talking about death and death metal. Like, how do you have death metal drums without Gene Hogg? How do you have blast beats?
We have to put Lemmy in there. Just sort of,
Already
he's
did.
got to be
I
there
think
somewhere.
he was the first
I don't care
one.
if it's
I think Lemmy seems
Well,
to be a
thrash
consistent
versus death
option
metal.
choice for a lot of bands. I've
That's,
noticed
that's my first.
Yeah, I don't-
my first garage tattoo was the Ace of Spades, man.
Everyone I've been a part of for like the last 2 months in interviews, I've heard Lemmy every
For sure.
time. Emmy, man, respect, man. You know,
True story.
Anthrax and Motorhead were like my tops. I saw them more than anybody, and
He's a power button.
power bottom. But House of Blues, I think they did 3 back-to-back dates or something. They were filming for Anthrax's DVD, and Anthrax and Motorhead were switching off.
He gets
who was
royalty
closing.
checks.
Yeah, I'm on the Anthrax DVD. Like every track, when they go to the crowd, I'm right in the center.
He's in it more than the
Same.
band.
One looks like a giant penis.
Little young Sean, when all he had was this little goatee.
that just
Cousin
It.
reminded me of something I said about Robin.
The Cousin It days.
I feel like that's a dig at me.
Sorry, Rob. That's
I think we're at 12.
Yeah, I think that's 12.
Yeah.
So who's your Mary? Mary
Mary.
Magdalene. That's
Oh,
your
boy.
female. The one female.
We gave.
Not your
I said
apostle.
Beth
Not your
Hart.
apostle.
Oh, okay,
Magdalene
my
is
Mary
not.
Mag-
Said they, dude.
None of ours are virgins.
Wow. That's a valid point.
So who would your number one Mary be?
Mary was not a virgin.
Who? Yeah, no.
Number
wait.
one Mary
Not
Magdalene.
Magdalene.
You need a Ford?
Magdalene.
Lita Ford?
Okay.
No, let me think.
All right.
I mean,
I can get down with that.
yeah. She got some pipes, man.
Yeah. She kills it on everything.
Yeah.
I'm just-
Her entire
keep
stage
giving her
presence
Beth Hart.
is just
It bumps me
goddess.
out.
She
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah,
owns that
great.
shit. She kills that
She's
shit.
always
and
been
she
great.
destroy you.
Songs are good.
Yeah.
And do it with this beautiful smile. I love it.
Yeah. And a hell of a guitar player, too.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. Her overall presence on stage, but she's just got it all. She's very, very talented. Absolutely, I'd love to see her. And I keep seeing she's been around a lot lately. I'm like, I'm gonna come.
Yeah, I bet.
What about you? Do you have a 12 disciple list of your own?
Me or Fran?
Both of you.
Both.
You know what? I've thought about it, but I don't think I ever made it up to 12. It's like squirrel. Next thing.
Yeah.
How
Oh,
about
there goes
Okay,
6
how
and
about
6.
How about 3?
6?
Perfect.
Does it have to be music? Strictly music?
No.
Or it could be anyone?
Betty White.
I'd vote for Betty. She had
I'm
to.
going to be Arthur.
There you go.
You said that before. You said that
Yeah.
on Sunday at your birthday
yeah.
show. You brought up. You said B. Arthur, and I was like, really?
Yeah.
That's a bold statement.
No, from the
Yeah.
Golden Girls.
I like
be
it.
Arthur,
No,
definitely.
I'd be caught on. I'm caught on this one too. I knew one day it was going to come back. And
She was there with Betty White.
Of course.
Betty's just shit.
Dirt Diggler.
I'm going to.
Third Diggler. Yes.
Who played the maid
Deep
in the
Dig.
Brady Bunch?
Well, so you said
Who was the maid in the Brady
B. Arthur.
Bunch?
What
That's
about
my-
your other 5?
There was only 4 Golden Girls, bro.
I'm going to say Jonathan Davis,
Okay.
Corn.
Eddie Vedder,
Yeah.
I'm going to say Aaron Lewis,
Ooh, that's a good one.
because that's. I have how many left now?
1, 2.
One or 2?
Let's go for 2. Chuck Norris.
I mean that would be interesting.
Yeah.
Seagal.
Ugh. Nope.
If I can add a cartoon,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell you no.
Spider-Man.
We could have had a
No, Spuddy.
cartoon.
I'm going to say Snarf. And
Yeah,
then,
who's your cartoon?
No, Elf.
Is that from the Snarks?
That's for
No.
Thundercats, wasn't it?
Thundercats.
I never watched that.
Thundercats.
Thundercats,
Oh,
yeah.
Then I guess I'll add my last person as
I used
Elf.
to have the fighter plane.
Okay.
All right.
Elf's great. Oh, that's awesome.
Okay.
I used to watch it.
Elf for Elf.
So, guys, we got a little bit of time. I do want to ask you something else.
Sure.
You know, a couple more things. Like I wanted to talk about the album.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
We have one. We have
We
2.
have 2.
Yeah, your latest album, Retribution.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's talk about
That's
it.
what it's
How's
called.
it been going?
Do it.
How's it been going since it's released?
It's a great
Excellent.
album. It's probably the best work
So
I
far.
think we've all done collectively. It brought Jason to the mix. I didn't get a chance to meet him until like 4 months into the album.
Yeah,
Never even knew what he looked like.
that's our COVID album.
Yes,
So
yes.
it changed everything about how all of us are doing music. But
It allowed us all to be able to do. It was a great album. I think conceptually, I wanted something that was kind of a little more cohesive, where all the songs blend a little bit better. And I think the subject matter is awesome. It's as metal as it gets. It's all war music, so it's just songs about battles and and sword fights.
And honestly, it was crazy recording it too, because like he said,
was like sword
we
fights.
got Jason. I want to say the very end of 2019 is when I found him.
Where'd you find him?
Band mix.
it's a long
He's in the
story.
urinal somewhere.
Oh, really?
Looking at Indign
Flushing
stickers in the urinal.
We grabbed him, pulled him out, cleaned him off. threw him in
You
the
said we
shower.
weren't going to tell the Pornhub story,
Oh, come on! That's
Well,
a
you
good
are
story.
now.
but no, we got him. I want to.
Before OnlyFans.
I want to say we got him at the end of 2019. By January of 2020, we just said, screw it. Here, Mandy's just like, okay, you play drums, here's some material. And
Pretty
like
much.
we just, that was his audition. It was we just started throwing stuff at him and we're like, start recording.
That's-
Fun fact: "Cold to
Yeah.
Tepesh" was basically the song that kind of set up
Yeah.
the tone for the album.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
like it was a dynamic enough song where we had a lot of stuff.
That was our first song written.
That was
Yeah.
the first
That
song.
was
I
the
ever,
first song
that's the
with
first song
drums.
I ever tracked.
Yes.
I mean, I played.
So-
I did do that. I took the songs off the first album and I played those. I tracked those for you.
Tepish and Son of Aries, I think. Were the
And
first
then
two
it
you
was
tracked.
Tepish and then Son of Aries. Yeah, we started jamming those, and Manny sent me the tracks, and I basically I bought a microphone kit for my drum kit and mic'd myself up and recorded it, and then they were like, "Yeah, that works for us." And I
We
was like, "Okay, well
essentially
then
all
I'll go get the
recorded-
right gear." So of course I bought all the rest of our studio gear.
Yeah, we recorded all our parts basically at our own homes.
We have
for
like
the
4
entire
different
album.
studios of our own, and we basically tracked everything, and then
So how much do you think your music has changed then since COVID hit?
Well, it was interesting to get together for the first time and actually play it. Because
Get to
everything we did was like a studio, so we were like like recording artists. We were not, you
Yeah.
know. So
It's like playing
so we
live for the
spent-
first time together. was
playing things
interesting.
live is very
What's her name?
different.
Stevie Nicks.
Yeah, so
We're like
it's
Stevie Nicks it.
yeah, and then we go live, and it's like, oh, okay, so we have to like relearn ourselves. We hadn't jammed together as a group collectively in a long time. Last time I played with Manny was in a different band about 3-4 years before, like 3-4 years ago. Yeah, 2018, 2017.
Yeah, it's
So,
been a while.
and then, COVID happens, everybody just kind of scrambles, and it worked.
Fear.
I think technology
Fearful
allows
and
us to
afraid.
do this. We're able to.
It's definitely
Yes.
It's a very different feel though when you are not in the same room creating something.
It smells
You know,
much better. To tell you the truth.
Yeah, well, it depends on whose perspective. This guy.
But yeah, I personally like knowing which order the songs came in. You can definitely hear, like
The
you said,
progression
like
of music.
Tepish was like the
Yeah.
first one we laid down.
Yep.
And by the time we got to the very last, you can hear that things were a lot tighter.
Yeah.
We got the sounds like
A lot more intricate.
I changed gear several times through the recording process.
Yeah, changed interfaces multiple times. Right?
Yeah.
Guys?
Yeah.
It was a
The-
really big learning
computers.
experience.
Some of it was a learning
Interfaces,
process, and some of it was
lights.
just us growing as musicians because we never played together. So I had to learn. Oh, this is how
Preamps.
Manny likes to come up to a transition, or this is how Mike likes to play a lead. And this is how Sean.
I think honestly,
And
I
it's,
recorded with Jason
all
before I
music
ever
videos.
physically played with Jason.
Yeah.
Mics.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, the thing is that the album has 13 tracks on it, so
Yeah.
trying to piece those together to keep the album entertaining so you can start and end it, just play it the whole way through and be entertained, that was kind of difficult.
That was
And
a
we went
challenge.
back and forth on it for weeks, really, and then it was
You guys were recording at home. Were you using Reaper or?
Yep.
I was.
Yeah, we
Pro
were using
Tools?
multiple softwares.
Platforms, yeah, software.
We had Reaper, right?
Yeah, I
had,
used
I
Reaper.
had Reaper.
And then I pretty much mixed. I'm the engineer of the group, so I mixed everything in Pro Tools.
It's I recorded on
Does
Pro
it
Tools.
sound different when it's coming from Reaper?
No.
No.
Tell you the truth, all the
different
recording software, all the software these days are pretty much like super high quality. Depends what quality you want to record at. But realistically, it's all about the microphones, the transducers, the microphones, and
Preamps.
and the speakers.
Yeah.
That's the big change in tone. Really.
About that big.
There's also, the difference between two preamps and normal FET preamps. Some have cleaner sounds, some have natural compression.
Direct.
So you kind of.
Yeah.
I've been engineering for about 20 years, so kind of
Actually,
learned like what
yeah.
sounds I like for electric guitar, what sounds I like for vocal. I
It's
kind of know what to use
very
for
helpful.
what I want.
But when they're
so.
sending it to you, how are you able to join everything together?
Well, we started out with raw tracks.
Yeah, I would just
guitar and
consolidate.
drums. Made a rough mix. Sometimes we had bass guitar in there. Send them just a rough mix of at a specific start point. Then they just put it in theirs. Constantine had Pro Tools with me, so
Yes.
he threw it in Pro Tools.
They would send
Consolidated.
songs, rough mix songs, once they got to a point where they're clean enough to be able to start producing vocals to them. I'd start Monday, Tuesday, I'd start tracking and writing ideas. I'd demo it by Thursday, and then on Sunday I'd be able to send the final tracks with everybody's approval fully recorded. So Jason was really good. Originally, All the Guitar was written first and recorded. Jason did a fantastic job at tracking pretty much 12 songs in a crazy short amount of time, not to mention learning the old repertoire and everything. Sean tracked bass. I finished vocals, and I kind of lagged behind a little bit, fell off, had some computer issues. But then once the learning curve kind of fades, everything is just so smooth. It is a little more sterile, right? And
It's a
you're
very
kind of
different
annoying your
environment.
family a little more.
It's
you
very
know,
different.
go into your room and screaming and doing
Yeah,
all
we
that.
we never rehearsed the songs together at all. We
Until
just-
after.
They just
Until
played
after
and
it was
recorded them.
So then we get into the studio, and it's like, let's play this, and then you're kind of like,
Ah, crud! Hold on.
how does this song even go?
Yeah. How do we
You
play
got to
this?
relearn the music because it's been almost from the start to the end. It's been a year,
Yeah.
2 years.
a year and a half,
It's
2
been
years.
2
Took a
years
while.
since we started till when we released it.
Do you go by quick track or no?
Yes.
Yeah, Manny set up everything, and then he would set up the clicks. He would if the guitars were recorded, he would set up the guitars and the clicks, and he would send them out to us.
Yeah.
Then we would record our parts, send them back to him, and he would just blend everything together seamlessly.
Look, we give each other a lot of crap, and I'm going to pretend to be sincere for a minute.
Here we go.
But Manny does do a lot of work when it comes to engineering, and thank God for his patience in mixing, mastering.
Well, it was crazy because we would finish a track and have it done, and then we would listen to it collectively and go, "Oh man,
Yeah.
we should add another measure here. Put 2 more measures of this in, and put So then we have to go back and do the whole damn thing all over again because when you're writing in one room, okay, you could do that. We can have that conversation on the fly. But when Manny sends me guitar tracks with a click, and then I play drums to it, and I go, "Man, this would be great if it's longer." I don't even know where the vocals are going to be, so I don't know where to put my fills in and stuff like that. So then I have to hear what Connie's going to do. When he does that, well, I'll change my fill to this then. And so then we have to redo all this. So it just takes longer because there's more editing that has to occur. That way the song has a natural flow of its own versus just a sterile.
There's no collective.
You know.
Yeah, there wasn't much collective writing process in the sense of at the same time. It was collectively done at an individual level.
Right.
So every single
We
person
knew
kind of wrote.
we knew he wanted metal, so we sent some metal guitars.
That was actually in his
much.
production notes. Hey, Sean, make it metal.
Yeah, that was pretty much
Sorry,
it.
make it Sean and metal plus
Yeah.
metal.
It's Sean Metal.
Yeah.
Sean metal.
Make
Give me
it
some
Sean
Sean.
Well, I mean, it is a
Some
bass
sugar
album, right, Manny?
It's written as one.
As much as
So,
Justice for All.
any plans for new single release?
We're working on
single
a
again?
video, from what I
We're-
understand. Final?
Actually, we've been discussing our next music video. Actually,
Yeah.
we're going with the same director, same film crew.
That worked on
A little
Exile.
bigger
I
production.
think
this
working on
time.
the location. We got a theme. Don't want to go into it too much
Yeah.
yet because it might not.
It'll be metal.
Secret squirrel
Might
stuff.
change, but
It's pretty
yeah,
cool.
It'll be metal.
surprisingly, it'll be metal.
Yeah, it'll be very metal.
Super metal. Like technician
like-
metal.
That we're
B
doing-
movie metal.
That we're doing techno this time.
It's gonna be good.
But metal.
I'm not sure when we'll get to film it. We got a lot of stuff.
We have a busy rest of our summer and early fall. We're hoping to continue to book some shows through then, and then once our summer settles down, we've got to get kids back to school and family stuff settled. And once that's done, then we can look at doing
My
a video.
turn. Yep.
Yeah. This is getting into a busy time of year with kids going back to school and all that stuff. So it's just a matter of wrapping up some shows, getting that done, and then we can try to.
Yeah.
And we're hoping.
So who would you guys? Well, I'll get to that later. Well, shit, it's already going on. All right, cool. So you said there how many tracks were on this album? 10?
13.
13 tracks.
So what was your
13.
favorite? What is your favorite song out of the whole album, and why?
I know mine is Hero's Lament, the last song.
Yeah.
That's my least favorite.
That's just a fun one to play.
It is fun to play.
That is exactly why it's my favorite song.
Because he hates it.
I would say mine is the Vision.
Yeah, Vision's pretty great too.
Cool technical. It's a pretty technical song.
It's not boring.
Yeah, keeps you hyped up start to finish.
I like the Final Hunt.
That's a good one too. Yeah,
I just love playing it. It's just so much from
It's
a
fun.
drummer's perspective. It's so much fun to play that song.
The Final Hunt was our second single we released off that album.
Okay,
There's a lyric. I think we have a lyric video for that, don't we?
no,
No, that was Aries.
no.
Oh, that's right.
Aries,
Aries'
yes.
lyric video. We should do a lyric video for a Final Hunt. Be badass.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. Squirrel.
So what would you say was the hardest song to play?
The hardest song to
Live?
play.
Yeah, the hardest song of the album.
Immolation to play.
Really?
Live.
It's the
Well,
easiest.
the
but the
time
hardest.
signature is hard. Yeah,
It's the
easy to
time.
play.
The timing and the counting on
Immolation.
immolation is what makes it hard.
It's one of the cleaner songs on the album. Starts out clean.
I think Call to Tepish too in the beginning, because that was the first song that we laid down, was hard because the bass intro in the beginning is just kind of slightly different time.
As far as
Technically speaking, I think the Vision is probably the hardest.
that was the
technically
hardest
speaking.
song for me to write on the whole album. It's one of my favorites. The
The
Vision.
timing
I highly
changes and
recommend
the
it, yes.
I mean, a lot of that stuff's got to be right on the money, and it's that's very technically difficult to play.
Stop listening
Reaper's
to
Birth
schools.
is also very difficult. I mean, I can't speak for you guys, but for me, it's difficult to play. I have a lot of intricate fills.
It's one of our heaviest songs.
Yes.
Yeah, that's one of our heaviest songs.
It's definitely a wrist workout.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna leave
Honestly,
that one alone.
yeah, it's a lot heavy wrist.
It's a lot of
Wrist
heavy riffs.
workout.
Damn it! I'm putting shit in my head.
Both wrists? Two wrist workouts.
And then I got Jen, my Savage. She's like on the other side of this laptop, just taking notes from our meeting earlier. She just starts laughing. She's all
She's
Cock
taking notes
balls,
on that?
cock balls.
Two.
And wrist,
Little
yeah.
tiny notes. Little tiny
Both
notes.
wrists hurt. That's the nose. Sean has bad wrist.
It's carpal tunnel, damn it.
Yeah,
What's-
yeah. Oh, I got tendinitis.
Yeah.
So I
That's what they all say.
have you heard any of our stuff, Rob? Have you listened to any of it?
Who, me?
I'm gonna be honest.
Oh,
For sure.
No, I have not.
Okay.
Not even the hits.
check them out.
What's your favorite kind of
All of them.
song? Like, what's your favorite genre of music?
If you love corn, you'll love us.
Yeah, hundreds of
Yeah, I got a
thousands
real
of views. on YouTube.
fieldy vibe.
I listen.
You
to
guys are
every-
very hard to take pictures of, by the way. I'm just putting that one out there.
I don't know.
All
I
this.
listen to everything.
It's all there. Well,
Yeah.
most of it.
That's all my personality is.
It really depends on my mood when I'm listening to that day.
I gotcha. Well,
I
All right.
highly recommend checking out Charger.
I've
Metal.
actually heard of them, so
yeah, they're pretty good.
Bass player from Rancid, drummer from Jello Biafra. Definitely a very heavy Motorhead vibe.
okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, I
Rob,
just-
Rob, these guys are fucking insane. They kill it. They got stage presence. They bounce around like damn jelly beans.
It's all the espresso.
Yes!
Absolutely.
Blackbeard.
Absolutely.
Blackbeard's delight.
And all that
We all take a
black,
quick sip.
and all that Black Death water we drink.
Yeah.
Black Death.
Liquid death.
Liquid.
This guy.
What do you
Oh,
call it?
Liquid Death.
Black
Oh,
Death,
sorry.
Dick, and then I copy you.
Which one is that?
Stupid. I'm sorry, Liquid Death. It's all about Liquid
So I was
Death.
watching
You're
the
not
YouTube on the Black Death on the
We're
way.
not
We'd like to be.
Yeah, I would too.
I got it free from a friend.
So we were sponsored by his friend, but it
Yeah.
was a limited sponsorship, yeah.
And Spectre also.
And, yeah,
And
Spectre.
for good reason.
So if you could send somebody a song describe you as a person, then what song would it be?
One of our songs?
No, any
Any
song.
Thanks.
Any song.
Grave Robin USA, Murder Dolls. That'd be a great song.
Well, mine's easy. Mine's Angel of Death.
And Trails.
Yeah.
I Kissed a Girl.
Did you like it, though? Did you like it?
Britney Spears, motherfucker. This guy.
I did want to say.
Trying to stay out of Guara.
Or no, what's her name?
I know.
That was Katy Perry.
Katy Perry. That's the one. Sorry, Katy Perry. My bad.
Wow.
Oh, Womp. I heard Womp. I was like, oh,
That's a
Chumbawamba?
womp.
Wait, what?
Chumbawamba?
Blanco Blanco.
Oh, shit.
Do
I
you
actually
really
saw
want
them
to
at
hurt
the
me?
Elegy Fest like 3 years ago.
Really?
Oh my god, I was dying.
That's awesome.
Actually, the lead singer called. He canceled like an hour before, but the rest of the band showed up, and I guess one of their best friends or something stepped up and took his place. I'm like, dude, he sounds better.
That's awesome.
Oh,
I
thanks, Chumba. I love you, Chumba. I'm just saying, I like the Wumba.
I used to live in Arlington Heights back in the day, and they had, I want to say, Eddie Money played at Frontier Days. And I was
Yeah.
close, I was close enough that I could hear him from my room, and he was so damn drunk. So damn drunk. Like 2 tickets to Paradise.
Yeah.
He's like, Paradise.
That's how it sounds.
Like, all right.
You know what? Glendale Heights throws the best fireworks, and have for well over 20 plus years. Well have, and they have all the killer. You know, they well, not to give them. You know, they always have bands, they have shows, and it's always 7th Heaven that closes that shit up every year. And I think it's like 15 years running now. Go 7th Heaven. Props to you, man.
Yeah,
But they have-
They
I'm a
got
fan
a
of Seven
billboard
Heaven.
on.
Song.
I see you have the after images of our last show.
Yeah. That's what was happening in the
I
parking
see you
lot.
have-
You don't mind, right?
That's
Earlier's bathroom session there.
Shit happens.
Oh my god,
Exactly.
you guys, this has been really fun. Rob, you want to ask him anything else?
Yeah, do you have any messages for your fans?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
For listening.
thank you.
Yes.
Honestly, without people listening to the music, it doesn't. We're playing to an empty room.
I hope you enjoy it as much as enjoy listening to it as much as we like playing.
Stay metal.
Yeah, for sure.
We like playing it a lot.
And stay hungry. Man, the world's opening back up again. Like, go out and see shows. Just
Yes.
go see shows. Support local.
Yeah, for sure.
Give it a like on Facebook, on YouTube,
And thanks,
all the platforms.
honestly, thanks for like Fran for everything you guys do, and Rob for
Rob,
having
thank
us
you
on.
for having us on.
Yeah,
You know,
thank
it's
you guys.
this is
Thank
what
you,
makes
man.
this work
Big
is
thank
all
you.
of this. You know, so thank you.
Hell yeah. I absolutely love you guys. That's why I was like, you know what, I was cool with bringing you guys on either one, but
No regrets.
Got to, you know what? Got to
No
move on to the
regrets.
Midwest. Got to introduce you to the East Coast, and that's my boy Rob.
Awesome. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you so
We're
much.
coming for you guys.
IndignMusic.com is our official website.
Sure.
Indign.bandcamp.com is our free music. If you want to listen to it, easiest to listen to.
Yep.
We also got our merch. Indign.bigcartel.com is our main merch.
And everywhere music is streamed. That means Pandora, Spotify,
In the
Apple
bathroom,
Music.
in the kitchen,
Prime.
Yeah.
on your
Anywhere.
Samsung
Napster.
refrigerator.
If you have any of those things that you tell them, hey, play this thing, they'll go on there.
Well, I definitely plan on seeing you guys on a Savage stage sometime soon. Just saying.
Thank you.
We're always up to play.
Let's do it.
Let us
It's
know.
going to happen. I mean, everybody got you written down. I mean, you're not getting crossed out. I'm going to bring you on soon. So I definitely look forward to seeing you guys, or even just seeing you at another show and just probably be like, Brian, let's do this, dude.
For sure.
Heck
Let's
yeah.
do it.
Definitely.
Awesome. Thank you.
I want to
Awesome,
thank
you
you
guys
all.
again. Thank you for all your time. Definitely.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Talk to you guys very soon.
Thank you all. Have a great night.
You as
You
well.
got
Thanks,
it.
guys.
Thank
Take
you,
care.
Rob. Thanks for having us, guys.
Take care.
Peace out, guys.